Hey guys, welcome to week 179 of the Super Mario World RomHack Races. Today's level is called 2x2 and it was made by Chon. It's rated 4 out of 10 for difficulty and is the third level Chon has made for the races. Chon has actually always been one of my favorite race level creators, and this level has a fun but pretty simple gimmick to it. Let's go ahead and get started. You've set foot on 2x2 Mountain, a place where sprites strictly follow the buddy system. Only 3 sections until the peak. So we saw a little bit of a preview of what's going to happen here on that intro screen. It said that they follow the buddy system. There are 2 of every sprite every time you see a sprite. So 2 each of those flying Super Koopas, 2 of those flying wing blocks, and 2 bullet bills. And of course there are 2 of the gray platforms there also. I know I'm going to have to run underneath and then jump back up to that flying block. I just gave it a little too much gas. It's really good that I can see over to the left on this screen a while before I get over to those shells. The way those shells are placed, I know I need to spin through them. And then the fireballs are waiting at the bottom for me to also spin off of. I think that you'd be able to hit the top flying block, but I just chose to jump around it. After we come out of the pipe, we've got just a tiny bit of cannon speed. I'm just going around the torpedo Teds. And I have to be going really fast in order to keep up with them, because I can't spin jump on that top one. And I can't catch back up with them if I fall behind. Just bouncing on these munchers down below here. And I can see how those fish are positioned. I want to swing around behind the torpedo Teds to get them into position for me to land on them. And I'm assuming I'm going to be able to catch back up to the Teds. That falling dolphin is just so perfectly timed. It catches me as I run off. It's really cool to use these Teds through this entire section without having to balance on top of them the entire time. I get enough time and space in order to catch up to the Teds and even gain P-speed in that little section. Now, as we come into this final section here, we've got a really big tonal shift. The first 2 sections, they were kind of high speed, and you have to keep up with, you know, first the blocks and then the torpedo Teds. So you had to be moving at full speed. This room, it's got a much slower paced music, and you can kind of stop and take a look at what you're doing before you have to make any moves. Now these sprite-based platforms, I'm not sure if it's because they stick out a pixel from the wall, or if Mario is just interacting with them because they're right at the edge. But you can stand on them right up against the edge of the wall. And we still have pairs of sprites, the platforms, the rocks, these spinning brown platforms, and we even saw 2 orbs earlier. My goal with that brown platform was to jump off of it and get it to stop, and I just really overshot it. I don't interact with them enough to know exactly where it's going to be when I start standing on it. I see the second one off to the left here. I just jump to it without really having much of a plan, and I'm taking tiny baby steps as I'm trying to figure out what to do. I can jump over this muncher onto the platform and then straight up to the orbs. I really like that slow, more methodical section at the end. It made for a really different type of tempo at the end of the race. My time this week was recorded as 10 minutes and 14 seconds. That put me in 3rd place out of the 25 racers who finished. I feel like you could see some of the bones of Chon's then in progress RomHack Love Yourself, which has since become my first recommendation for beginner Kaizo players to start with. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'm going to keep putting out these videos showing my part of every week's RomHack race. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more here on YouTube. You can also find me on Twitch and TikTok. My links are down in the description.
It's over!